guys, thanks so much for tuning in again today. So I'm here to talk about my best in beauty from the year of 2013. So I kind of went through my collection of makeup, all my favorites videos throughout the year, and picked out the products that I really think were the best and the favorite things that I used all throughout the year. So there's a lot of different categories: face, eyes, lips, hair, and not every single type of makeup or beauty product will be mentioned in this video, just the things that really stood out to me as being my absolute favorite, most loved, most used beauty products throughout the year. So I have a lot to get through, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on into it. So starting off with face products, my favorite category. When it comes to foundations, there were a handful of foundations that I really reached for and used continuously throughout the entire year. The first one is the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. I actually wore this in my wedding in October and absolutely loved it. I have a full length review, which I'll link below, but it is a full coverage foundation that is great for special events and has a really amazing dewy kind of porcelain finish to the skin that is just amazingly flawless, great for kind of special events and that really full coverage foundation look. The next one is my drugstore favorite foundation from the year, and this is really the only drugstore foundation I tried this year that I was actually impressed with and liked and continuously used. I tried tons of drugstore foundations, but more than not, I don't like them. And I was really surprised that this is a Covergirl foundation. It's the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous Foundation 3-in-1. And I love it because it has a pump. It's really inexpensive, great kind of buildable coverage, really long wearing, and also great for those that have sort of combination oily skin. And then the other two foundations that I used, well, one is more of a BB cream, and it's the Tarte Tinted BB Primer, Treatment Primer. This to me really acted as a light to medium coverage foundation. I did not use this as a primer. I really did kind of see it as a foundation. And I really love this one. It had a great kind of matte, satin matte finish. Really easy to just wear, throw on the skin, and it looks great. And then the other one is another Tarte one. It's the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I have been using this so much for probably the last 6 months. Just reach for it daily. It's kind of my go-to every day, kind of going to work, whatever type of foundation that I love to use. So those are kind of my favorite foundations. My favorite concealer by far was the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use this under my eyes pretty much every day since I bought this, and I've yet to find another concealer that I love as much as this one. Great for covering darkness, discolorations, and all that kind of stuff. So amazing, amazing. The next thing is the Bobbi Brown Touch-Up Stick, and basically this is a little small kind of stick foundation that you can keep in your purse. If you're going out, you can put it in your clutch, in your kind of handbag or whatever, and it's basically just a miniature version of Bobbi's foundation stick, which I don't have her foundation stick, but I know that I get a lot of redness around my nose, on my chin, so if I'm going from after work to an event with a client or a happy hour with friends or something like that, I always keep my Bobbi Brown Touch-Up Stick in my purse so that I can kind of swipe this on in the areas that need a little bit of extra foundation or touch-ups, and you just pat it in. It's really easy to use, really moisturizing, and doesn't look cakey or anything like that. So really small, handy, and portable, and totally worth the money. I use it all the time. The next face product is my favorite bronzer of 2013, and this is the Too Faced Chocolate Solei Bronzer. I know this isn't anything new. A lot of people know about this and use it, but as you can see, I've hit pan on it. I use it pretty much every day. It's a matte, pretty dark tone bronzer, and I really like to use it to contour. I don't know that I would use it all over my face with like a big fluffy brush. I think that would maybe be a little bit too dark for me, but if you use it with a really kind of skinny, small brush and just contour certain areas of the face, I really enjoy that. My final face product that I absolutely loved is a blush in 2013, and it is the Benefit Rockateur blush. I've talked about this in so many favorites videos. It's a really pretty, just rose goldy, mauvey brown kind of pink tone blush. It has a little bit of sheen to it. I am wearing it today, and I just absolutely love this. Of all the blushes I tried in 2013, this is the one that I just kept going back to. It's just the perfect everyday wearable color. Starting off with eyeshadows, I have to give it to my Naked One palette. This is sort of my go-to palette that I reach for every single day. I have Naked 2, I have Naked 3. I love both of those as well, but I don't think that either of those will ever replace the Naked 1 for me. I particularly love the really matte kind of brown shades in here. I just go for a really neutral, kind of matte, boring brown eye look most of the time. And on that note, I also love the Naked Basics because it is all matte and browns and taupes and just very natural colors. And that was another one that I used a ton, and I love the size of this palette. It's great for travel, so I found myself reaching for this one a lot for weekend trips and stuff like that. The next eyeshadow, and the final eyeshadow favorite for me is the L'Oreal 24 Hour Infallible eyeshadow in the color Amber Rush. I absolutely love this formulation. They're so pigmented, have a really pretty metallic shine, and definitely amazing quality for the drugstore. And this color in particular, that really pretty coppery rose gold color, I just absolutely love, and I found myself reaching for constantly. The next two eye products are kind of the paint pot sort of cream eyeshadows. The first one is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24 Hour, and this is in the color Inked in Pink. And this one is just super pretty, especially with the Naked 3 palette or any kind of pink toned or rose goldy toned eyeshadows. That just looks amazing. I use a paint pot every single day with my eyeshadow. I don't use eye primers, I just prefer paint pots. And then the other one was by MAC. It's called Utterly Becoming. It's just a really nice flesh tone kind of beige color that cancels out any redness or discoloration in your eyelid before you use shadow. So it also kind of replaces the need to do a base color a lot of the times when you use these first. So these two were my favorite colors and my favorite formulations of 2013. And then the final eye product is the Benefit Instant Brow Pencil. It has a spoolie on one end, which I love, and then the other end is like a pencil that you have to sharpen. And I love this formulation because it has a little bit of wax in it, so it really helps set your brows and shape them. And I've tried millions of other brow pencils or powders or gels, and I just keep going back to this one. I've probably repurchased about 5 of these throughout the year, and they're definitely pricey, so I wish I could find something else that I liked that was cheaper, but I just keep going back to this one because I absolutely love it. Moving on to lip products, there's kind of a lot in this category. I'm sort of a lipstick junkie. The first thing is the Revlon Lip Butters. Every single month it seems like I was talking about some new lip butter color. These are super moisturizing, great, everyday, wearable lip color. So many colors. I almost have every single one, and I love them all, and they're so affordable, which is amazing. So love those. The other thing I discovered this year that I absolutely loved was the Sugar Fresh kind of lip chapstick type things. They are basically like a tinted chapstick, and I just love these. They're kind of pricey again, but something about the formulation, the scent, the feel on your lips, it's amazing. For more lipsticky type products, I really loved this MAC Pro Longwear formula. I really like long wearing lipsticks, and this color was my favorite. It's called Unlimited. It's a really just nice neutral rose kind of pink color for every day. Not too light, not too dark. It's just a really good everyday kind of your lips but better shade. And this stuff does not budge. It really stays on, and I absolutely love that. Similarly, the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stains. This is in the color Honey. Very similar kind of pink everyday lip color. I'll swatch it for you. There it is. Kind of similar to the other one, but love the formulation of these. They stain, yet they're also moisturizing, and they're super affordable from the drugstore. So would highly, highly recommend that. And I'll swatch Unlimited for you as well. Here is Unlimited, and then here's Honey. This is the Revlon one, and then this is the MAC one. As you can see, that same kind of pinky, mauve-y color family, which I think looks beautiful just for an everyday look on the lips. And then my other favorite lipstick product is the STILA. These are called Color Balm Lipsticks. And I discovered this formula this year. I think it was nude in 2013. This is the color Sonya, very similar to the others, that sort of pinky berry, everyday, very wearable shade. The thing I loved about these lipsticks are they are so buttery, so moisturizing, and so pigmented. There are so many great colors, and they're a little bit hard to apply because they are super fat. So you have to be pretty careful when you're applying this, use a mirror or whatever. but I'm wearing this one today. This is Sonya by STILA. I have to give just an honorable mention to the Tarte Lipsurgence. Every single Lipsurgence product that I use by Tarte I love, no matter what the formula is. They have matte, they have creams, they have just the regular ones, they have the more glistening ones. This is the cream format, and I love these things. I think I have about 50 of these in my collection at this point. Maybe not that many, but I just can't get rid of these. You know, they're so long wearing, they're moisturizing, they're like a stain and a lipstick in one, and I just think that this kind of crayon format, similar to the Revlon one, like these are the easiest types of products to just throw in your bag, touch up throughout the day, and it's just easy peasy. And the other kind of crayon one that I used a lot, I discovered this year, is the Jordana Twist and Shine Moisturizing Balm Stain. Again, all of these things are practically the same except for the price point. So the Jordana one's probably the cheapest, then the Revlon, then the Tarte, and I mean there's so many other brands at the drugstore that are practically the same thing. But all three of these I love just because of the longevity, the moisturizing effects, and then the application. I just absolutely love them. So final category is hair care, and I just want to mention a few things. My all-time favorite hairspray in 2013 and basically for my entire life is the Big Sexy Hair Spray and Play. It's my favorite hairspray because it is strong enough to hold a curl throughout the day, but without giving you that crusty or you know, that kind of debris feel in your hair. So it's just strong enough, but not too strong. So absolutely love that. I've repurchased that a million times. And then the other one that I love is the Big Sexy Hair Volumizing Dry Shampoo. This is by far my favorite dry shampoo. Just putting it in the roots really gives volume and texture to your hair while also absorbing oil. So it's like amazing, especially for someone like me that only likes to wash their hair about every 3 days. So I use this in between washings, kind of help absorb oil and things like that. As far as curling irons, this curling iron by NuMe, it's a 1 inch. I think, or maybe it's 1 1/4. This is pretty much the curling iron I use every day throughout 2013. I've experimented with other sizes, but I love the clipless curling iron wand. It really makes your curls last much longer, and it just gives this kind of nice like wavy look to the hair that's a little bit more relaxed than using a traditional clip curling iron. It's also tourmaline ceramic, so that really helps with just the lasting power of the curls. And it gets super hot, which I love. So would highly recommend a clipless curling iron if you have not tried one. That was my go-to thing I used almost every day in 2013. And then my final favorite from 2013 is just this little teasing comb from Sally's. I just think that everybody needs one of these. If you don't have one in your kind of makeup collection, not only is it really great to kind of part the hair, but then you have these great bristles to really tease. We all love having volume, so, you know, paired with the hairspray, the dry shampoo, the curling iron, and the brush, this is basically how I did my hair like every day. So all in all, these were all my favorites, guys. I tried to go through as quickly as possible. If you have any questions or have any requests about long form reviews, please let me know. I'd be happy to talk in more detail about any of these things. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for subscribing. I really appreciate your viewership, all your comments and feedback. It's just so much fun to engage with you guys on here. So I hope everyone had an amazing New Year's and great 2013, and, you know, just excited for 2014 and what's to come. Thanks so much for watching.